All right, folks, welcome back. It's March 9th. It's about 5:20 p.m. Beautiful Tuesday. This weather continues. We got a lot to cover here, a lot to jibber jabber about. As you can see, the weather has definitely continued. You're looking at the North Hill right now. Unbelievable. What comes with that, though, is mucky yards. Actually, the yards aren't too bad right now because they are frozen still underneath. Makes it a little better. Regardless, let's call it a little serenity, a little cow comfort. There's lots of dry areas up. If you can notice, we're on an uphill climb over there, just a slight one. It's amazing how dry it stays up over there. Lots of nice places for the cattle to bed down. But then just for a little extra, I ended up spreading a bale of, it was just a 4x5 bale of soybean straw here for the cows. I did that early this afternoon, and I actually just got done spreading a bale of soybean straw for the heifer lot. Just a little extra added comfort, serenity, whatever the hell you want to call it. And of course, I usually try and spread it where I know I'm going to be concentrating on the brunt of manure pickup. So everybody's doing real good, real fat, real sassy. Health is pretty good here. Pretty good. Make that English make sense. I have had to give some treatments lately, though. I've got nothing to hide. I've said it 100 times. I am happy to tell you that cow number 173, I'd have to claim her as being 90% in good health now, with that bad foot rot problem that comes back annually and is horrid. When she gets it last year, I don't know how she climbed out of it. I really don't. Anyway, she got it again. She got her second treatment. Her second treatment landed in her about, actually it was about 4 or 5 days ago, and she's doing very good. I got another cow out here that's not doing very good, 908. 908 got a shot. She got her second round this afternoon. We'll keep a very close open eye on her. Everybody else is doing pretty good. I regret to inform you that suffered a miscarriage out here. I want to say that the birth took place Saturday early evening. I ended up unfortunately finding it Sunday morning while feeding. I don't care how tough a person you think you are, and I know there's a lot of people out there how tough they think they are, and that's fine. I guess I'm one of them. That's heart-wrenching. I can only assume it's still heart-wrenching anybody that's, running 200, 300, 400, 500, 600 head. But very unfortunate ordeal. It does happen. The famous words, it's going to happen, and it did. Doesn't make it feel very much better. I can tell you this much. Based on the size of the calf and condition, I'd have to say that it was probably going to be a late April normal birth. And it really stinks. I'm trying to use the best words I can right now. There is probably a dozen contributors to why. There's probably 100. I don't have your answer. I don't know. I have a sneaking suspicion, and this is just an assumption. Right now with this beautiful weather, these cows get pretty crazy quite a few times a day. Playing around, but rough. One thing that can happen is playing around just a little too much and maybe a real powerful head buck to the gut. I don't know. That can happen. I don't know what happened in this case, but yeah, son of a gun. Let's keep the fingers crossed that maybe it's the last one. That would be really nice. Yeah. Other than that, the cattle are doing pretty good. Hey, sassy mama. You're fine. You don't need to get up. Last bale sorghum was fed today. Actually, the 3 last bales. So that worked out pretty good because it took 3 bales. Yeah, sorghum's all gone. All that sorghum we baled up, that's all gone. I am working on my last line of wrapped baleage, and that's that first crop alfalfa. The heifer lot already started getting it. The cows are going to get it tomorrow, and it's going to go quick. That was a 131 bales. My confidence level is still there with my feed, or should I say kind of the lack thereof. I'm sorry if that wind is playing hell on the audio here, but that's kind of out of my control. So we're going to step over by the silos in the barn for a windbreak, because we also got something to take a look at. So yeah, last sorghum bales were fed out this morning. The cows are going to go absolutely nuts crazy over that baleage alfalfa starting tomorrow morning. I better be quick on my feet tomorrow morning feeding. You'll get run over. All right, happy birthday, Merry Christmas. I can't believe how quick this got here. I wasn't supposed to get it until April 1st-ish. It came yesterday. Yeah, this is the Tartar Series 6. There's a fancy name behind it too. Cattle Master, Cow Master, something like that. Tartar Series 6 Cattle Master. Oh boy. One hand. I got to tell you, I'm impressed. I really am. This is very, very well built. Everybody knows I'm a Sioux Steel fan. The new squeeze chute headlock system that fit my checkbook. There's no other way to put it. Sioux Steel had discontinued making. So I was suggested to look at this. And I got to tell you, of course, it's just sitting there right now, and I've been playing with it quite a bit. I think it's going to do this farm some great justice. It's going to do a real good job. I'm not kidding you. This thing is built like Fort Knox. It's good stuff. I'm very happy about it. Yeah, I know there's a lot greater things out there. We all know the big names, and we all know the big price tags behind them. This is going to fit me, this farm, the size cattle herd, even if it grows some more, which is intended. This is going to serve just fine. I opted not to go with the palp cage because I'm going to build my own little ordeal behind there. I tell you what, this weather keeps up. There's no doubt in my mind I can prolifically, correctly start going after the installation of not only this, but all the other corral panels and what I have in mind up here, and I have sketched down on some paper. There's no doubt in my mind we can start going after that here in 2 weeks. 2 weeks if this weather keeps up. Yeah, this is unfortunately all getting demoed, however you want to say it. It's all getting torn out. I'm obviously keeping that Sioux head gate right there. It's just a standard head gate, does a great job. I'm going to end up probably doing something in one form or another for the heifer lot. Or something. I can tell you right now, I'm not selling that thing or getting rid of it. It's going to stay here. I'm going to put it to good use in the heifer lot. But yeah, pretty happy about it, folks. Pretty happy. This is another great thing here. You know, this is what we call the silage yard, silo yard. There's some years I can't even tell you what it's like back here. I mean, it's awful. You can't even walk back here. Multiple years of bringing in good road spec gravel, building a nice base. Of course, this area was protected too, you know, from the west winds and storms with these bales. That's the reason for these bales right here. Not to mention, it also helps out significantly with the cattle that are in that area. Anyway, I like what I'm seeing here because April 1st is the due date for starting the corn silage. Getting pretty excited about it. I'm really happy with my bale numbers right now, as far as what I just started on the alfalfa baleage, what that's going to carry me to come April 1st, and so on and so forth. My words are all over the place, but getting pretty excited about it. Not looking forward to the day that comes where, you know, the top layers got to be taken off, but it comes with the territory. What are you going to do? A little hard work for about 3, 4, 5 hours, maybe possibly plus, and you're off to the races feeding corn silage. I really like this scenario too. You know, I don't have all the answers, but, and I haven't done everything correctly. Corn silage will they'll get your cows fat. Obviously, if you feed them too much, it will, or even in general. Well, what's really nice is corn silage is going to start here April 1st, April 2nd, something like that. And calving season starts April 16th per calendar. God only knows, we'll possibly start calving a week before that. That's right around the corner. What I really like is that the cattle have been on that sorghum and of course dry hay ever since. There's not enough time for these cattle to get fat on corn silage, so to speak. So I'm kind of liking this scenario. I'd kind of like to follow suit on it. Yeah. Folks, other than that, I've got my annual John Deere Day tomorrow. As cool as it sounds, it's kind of a heartbreaker because we all know what comes with the John Deere Day. I tell you what, I don't know where my head was in the month of February, but in the month of February, John Deere has astronomical percentages off a lot of parts, pieces, maintenance items, oils, lubricants, all that other crap. And I failed. I don't know what I was thinking, but I failed getting my needs in the month of February, is what it is. I've been late a few times in my life. So I'm heading to John Deere tomorrow after morning chores. Kind of dedicated my first half of the day to it anyway. It's a healthy hour and 20-minute drive. I've got my laundry list put together. I'm getting oil filters, fuel filters, air filters for the both 6400s, 6420s, 6150M. Both 6400s are going to get hydraulic filters. The 6420, 6150M are not, because they're somewhat new. You won't find me replacing hydraulic filters every year or every other year. Somebody can blast me for that. Go ahead. Not doing it. So anyway, yeah, I need roughly 20 gallons of oil, and it's going to be the John Deere oil to service all those 4 tractors. Along with that, last evening I spent some time with a piece of paper and a pen, a little bit of quietness. Went and looked at some of the equipment, and of course right now I'm just dealing with tractor maintenance and tillage needs, tillage and planting. I'm not smart enough to think ahead on haying season and everything else. So right now it's just tractor needs and tillage and planting. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to continuously add to the culti-mulcher and revamp that every year with just a little bit of stuff. I'm opting to go ahead and get 6 more, I call them tine drags. You can call them C tines, S tines, whatever you want. Actually, those are C's. And anyway, I'm going to put a half a dozen more of those on and 10 more new scrapers on the back, just to keep giving that thing a little bit of life. If I was a smart man, I'd replace all the other bearings. If you're a fan of the channel, you know I had a real problem with a bearing. Well, it broke. The roller come off while I was operating. It wasn't pretty. Anyway, the cultivator is going to get 12 new sweeps and 12 new of those polyplastic shank savers. You know, I got that cultivator last year and it was in very, very good shape. Still is. And anyway, I opted only to change out the sweeps that I did, which actually were quite a bit. There was a certain section where I didn't, and they still look good, but I'm going to go ahead and replace those 11. Other than that, of course, you've seen on a prior video, I got my meters off of my corn planter. I'm handing those over to John Deere because they know a hell of a lot more than I do. And for service, maintenance, any possible new little parts in there, and what I'm going to call calibration. I will be bringing home some new parts with me for the corn planter. Well, hopefully for the culti-mulcher, and hopefully they got that stuff on hand as well, and the cultivator. But all the new disc openers for the fertilizer and the fertilizer tubes, I should be bringing all those home with me with the associated hardware. And we'll go from there. That's about it, folks. I'm going to keep busy here. It's still basically workable light till about 7 p.m. these days, even just a little after. And see if I can get a few more things done. And then I got a house evening tonight with paperwork and manage some bills that just aren't manageable these days. I'm pretty sure I'm going to start putting ads out for my male dancing career again. Oh, just on the weekends though. Yeah, what are you going to do? Boy, is this year changing. Jesus. And early. It's still scary though. We're not going to play negative Nelly here, but it's still scary how early it is. It wouldn't take a whole lot to get a grave dumping of snow. Temperatures now, they don't really scare me, I don't think, but a disastrous dumping of snow is still extremely possible. So we'll see. Day by day, you can't control it. Anyway, hope everybody's doing okay. And, we'll talk to you here coming up sometime soon, maybe even tomorrow evening, if I'm lucky enough to get enough parts and pieces from John Deere tomorrow instead of having to, wait, order and wait. Yeah, maybe we'll do a little video on what I came home with, and maybe look at the front end of that corn planter, which I'm getting pretty excited about. So anyway, we're going to talk to you sooner or later.